Hey, what's up, guys? This is Mike from the podcast. I'm on my way to work on my car. I have another YouTube channel. It's under MJNAJR, where I'm working on a project car, E28, BMW 88. I just recently dropped the subframe. I took a vacation last week with the family, and when you're working on cars, you gotta wait on parts, and I'm waiting on parts. But I just want to do like little small things and just reassess what I need to do. But anyway, that's not what y'all here for, because this is a sports channel. I just want to talk about something. We're going to talk about this tomorrow on the podcast, but I just wanted to give you my take on it, my piece. This whole GOAT talk, and I know my cousin Tyrone probably seething right now because he has a whole thing that we want to talk about when we get to the GOAT, and I'm just giving y'all my take on this current situation, not the overall careers, not anything like that. This career. So Tyrone, I know you probably getting tight. Just wait. I know we're gonna wait. I know we're gonna speak on it. We're gonna speak on it. But I just gotta say this piece. I feel it's a generational thing. I'm not an older person. I'm in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? And I don't say my exact age. It ain't like I'm trying to hide it, but I'm in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up watching Michael Jordan, right? Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Kevin Garnett. I watched all these cats in the 90s, in the late 80s, 90s. Those are like my, generation of basketball. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of basketball. Like I said, this is my favorite sport. I love it. But if you looked at back then, Charles Barkley and all them cats, Elijah One, none of those dudes really made an excuse for whether they lost or why they didn't win, or try to amplify a certain situation to put them on a pedestal. And I'm saying this because I've seen articles like, LeBron and them saying this is like the toughest thing to do, to go out here and win this bubble championship. There's no fans, so we gotta really try to change the whole thing. And like, nah, man, I don't want to hear that. Michael Jordan would have never said nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I hate to say this, but you know what I mean? Like, when I hate to say it, I mean, we already established that Michael Jordan is a GOAT. We already know that. But I'm just trying to say, this is why people like LeBron and them cats can't be considered GOAT. People giving that GOAT status too willy-nilly, too free. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you have to look, what the heck is going on over there? Oh, maybe they're doing a training. I'm sorry, I'm driving by the airport and I see like this plane thing on fire, but I think it's like one of the fake planes that they use to like train the people how to put out a plane if it crashes, God forbid. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate when they do that. I hate when people come around and like, oh, if I did this makes me a GOAT. I won a championship on 3 different teams. That makes me a GOAT. I won a championship in the bubble. That makes me the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? This is the hardest thing. No, man. First of all, you should let somebody say you the GOAT. That's one. 2, yes, the accolades are there. LeBron James is a great player. Take nothing away from him. He's like top 5 all time, probably, or maybe in that top 10. There's certain guys from each generation that's always going to be remembered in history, and LeBron is one of those guys. However, and I'm not just trying to say for recency bias. I didn't watch Wilt play. I didn't watch, Oscar Robertson or Bill Russell or Kareem. I didn't watch those guys, except for Kareem at the tail end. But I didn't watch those guys when they at their pinnacle. But it's something different about Michael Jordan. And the reason why I say that Michael Jordan, the reason why he the GOAT, bro, is because, first of all, the cat is a billionaire, right? And I'm not just trying to say it like that. Y'all, and myself included, we go buy sneakers, and kids nowadays who don't even know Michael Jordan, they never seen him play. There's no Jordan as a brand of sneaker. They probably think it's like a Nike. They buy his sneakers. Why? Because it's ingrained in their history. They didn't even know it was in their subconscious. You know what I'm saying? But be that as it may, Michael Jordan has propelled basketball to that state. The reason why you got cats like Luka, the reason why you got cats like Dirk, all them cats, because they watched that dream team. They watched that dream team of Michael Jordan coming in there doing the dunks, and the style of play he was playing with elevated that game, right? And I'm not trying to say LeBron and them don't have the influence in those guys as well, but I'm just trying to say that's what it is. And I know it's like, recency bias and people see those different things, but it's like, to me, it's clear as day. It's clear as day. It's clear as day. Okay? MJ's a GOAT. We already know that. We'll have more detailed discussion later on, but I just wanted to bring this out there because I don't like this whole narrative where people talking about, yeah, man, They ain't got no fans, so it's hard. What? That is the easiest. You just playing ball. Like, let's be honest, man. All y'all who play sports or play basketball, right? When y'all go out and y'all play, it might be a crowd around playing, but you ain't focusing on the crowd. You just hear that ambient chatter. You just hear like people talking. Like, it might be somebody waiting for next. It might be some people there, that's watching you play. I played in an urban league in my city, NY Urban League, and I played with my team. We had other teams there. Some people bring their girls, but other teams watching us. And I ain't thinking about them. I'm on the court. I ain't thinking about what they saying or who looking and then cheering, oohs and ahs. Don't get me wrong. If you hear people say, ooh, ah, it gets you a little bit hyped and you cross somebody or something like that. But you get that from your teammates regardless. So for me, I think that's a lame excuse. And like the way they're trying to paint, I'm not trying to say the bubble is not a thing that's difficult to deal with as far as just staying in one place and seeing your opponent and, every day, and when you walk through the halls to get your testing and all. I'm not saying that doesn't bring its own level of complexity to the situation, but let's stop it. Let's stop making excuses or making changing the story to benefit a narrative to make people feel more important, or what they're doing is more important than what the Cats did in the past. Like, come on, stop. You know what I'm saying? People want to get on Mike saying that Mike never played against nobody, played against a lot of plumbers and stuff like that, right? That's joking on Mike, but who has these younger generations played against really? I'll wait. Okay, you got people like Darko Milicic who get drafted number 2 or number 1, whatever he got drafted as, or number 3 or 2, whatever, and where he at? Okay, you got people like, no disrespect to them because they made it to the NBA, like Nerlens Noel, who's supposed to be touted to be the star, Michael Carter Williams, you know what I'm saying, Dennis Smith Jr. Like a lot of these younger players are supposed to be like the GOAT. Like they nice, they got drafted high, and where are they at? You know what I'm saying? Look at the average Cats on the other teams. Like that's the same quality of players that people like Michael Jordan played with back in the day, and they were more disciplined in basketball back then because there's more fundamentals back then. So the game was more pure. Y'all like that March Madness. Y'all like that craziness of how the basketball was really played in its purest. That's how it was back then. Okay? The same team. You always gonna have the same bunch of teams that was trash back then. Unfortunately, the teams that are trash now, like the Knicks and stuff like that. But back then, it used to be the Clippers and all them other teams, and then that was trash. So when people trying to say, "Oh, Michael Jordan never played against nobody," stop it. Let's stop it, because everybody back then wasn't doing no killer crossovers and no, up and under layups. That don't mean they ain't nice. You know what I'm saying? John Stockton was nice. Karl Malone was nice. Half of the cats that Michael Jordan washed and kept from having a championship, they are part of the 50 greatest players. Right? Y'all do know that, right? And that's the thing that y'all don't get. Like, don't get me wrong, there's gonna be some cats like Hall of Famers in this tier, like, people like Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, cats like that. I get it. But let's be honest, you know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan and them came up with a whole bunch of them cats. Even Michael Jordan's draft class was like that. It's always gonna be like that. LeBron and them, I think, got drafted in 2003, 2004. That draft class, a lot of those guys are Hall of Famers or going to be Hall of Famers. Right? Same thing with Mike. Mike got drafted in 83, 84. A lot of the guys he got drafted with, Hall of Famers. And the years after. So what I'm trying to say, man, let's stop trying to change the narrative. Give the respect to the people. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of Michael Jordan tapes out there that y'all can watch. The man, LeBron, is doing everything in his power. They got Space Jam 2 coming out. Right? I watched the first Space Jam. I own it. I got the Blu-ray. I owned it as a kid at the tape. I got the Blu-ray now. I own Space Jam. Okay? I own that joint. And I'm going to say it here, because I said this to my cousin and being funny, but I'm going to say it here because I want it to be known. I think there's going to be 2 ways. I don't think they're going to do like a complete, and I know I'm jumping all over the place, but this is a driving vlog. I'm just getting it off my chest. I know this cat right here. Go in your car, you want to do your little thing, you corny. Anyway, right? I know for a fact there's 2 ways they're going to do this Space Jam movie. They're either going to do like a complete remake, like how it happened back then, where they took the basketball players' powers, the aliens, and they did their thing, or they're going to try to revamp it. And I guarantee you, because I know what they're trying to do. I know this. They're going to take the legends, right? They're going to do something where they go back in time, or they take the legends like skill set or knowledge from back in the day to make them be like the new monsters. Because they say, no, we can't take the current players, we got to take the legends. So they're going to take like a Jordan thing, and they're going to take like a maybe like a Wilt or some Kareem type of thing. And I'm just throwing it out there. It could be a variation of those type of guys, Magic Johnson. And then what they're going to do, they're going to take them skill set and have LeBron now in the Toon Squad overcome the prior GOATs, if you will, the legends. So then that way we'll make LeBron like he the GOAT. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's all the subliminal stuff they trying to do, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, this is just my theory, and I'm being a little bit funny, but the main premise of this discussion here, the driving vlog, and I can't wait to see my brother and my cousins listen to this when I post it, is that let's stop lowering the standards of this GOAT talk. You know what I'm saying? We talking about when Michael Jordan would have played people in the YMCA, right? And still try to like dominate or play to a certain level. The man just was obsessed with basketball. I'm not trying to say these other cats were not. And I'm not trying to say it. It takes a certain level of like, for lack of a better word, insanity to be at that high level. Like, you have to be really about it. There's a lot of great players, some that didn't make the league, some that are in the league, right? But then when they get to the league, they just look average. Because why? It's always that certain echelon of guys who are just different. You know what I'm saying? They think differently. They on a different plateau. You know, I'll give Kobe Bryant, you know what I mean, regardless of soul, give him like some of that kind of like stature too. He was like an obsessed person. He'll watch the games, be immersed in it. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel so bad that he had to die in that situation, him and his daughter, and like, you know, it's a lot. You know what I mean? Especially he started to come into his own, you know, do other things outside. But he started to like, you know, take a step back from basketball and, you know, bring up his daughter in the game and like be like more of like a nurturer part of it. His life was taken so short. He's like only 40-some years old, not too far from how old I am. And it's like, it's sad. But anyway, at the end of the day, I don't want to prolong this thing. Like I said, we're going to talk more about it in the podcast, hopefully tomorrow, God willing. And I want to thank you guys again for listening to my little driving rant. And I appreciate the support. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. We're trying to, you know, get out there. I mean, like I said, I always say this. It's like, I'm not trying to like, even this is like my end all be all, I'm trying to blow up. But this is something that, you know, try to do something constructive, something productive. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, you know, help my cousins and my brother and I get out there and get out of our comfort zone. We have so many animated discussions as a family in general when we talk about sports. I say, yo, why not just, you know, bring you guys in, let you guys see what we talk about. And half of the stuff we talk about currently right now is not even like to the full extent of our personalities. But as we continue to grow in the process, you start to get more and more stuff. But let us know if you like the video aspects where I add the little clips here and there. You know what I'm saying? With that, let me know. I just stopped doing it because, you know, it's kind of easier to edit that way, and also it's kind of harder to do it when you get flagged every 5 seconds because you use a video clip from a source here or use this clip there, and then like everybody can throw a copyright joint on your joint for some reason. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Look out for the podcast tomorrow. It might not be posted tomorrow. It might be posted the day after, but look out for that podcast. Enjoy the rest of your day. Shout out to my brother Menelik, my cousin Tyrone, my cousin Hollister, and all the rest of the family and friends. See y'all next time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and God bless.